Hello everybody and welcome back to Praetor Magic. My name is DM Cross and you are here for another episode of Reflections of the Council, our live podcast that we stream every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course I'm joined as always by my co-host, Phyrexian Walker. How'd you enjoy your week off?
It was pretty good. I
Yeah?
mean, I'm a teacher on summer vacation, so like all my weeks are currently my week off. It was just my week off my hobby too. So
Well, what'd you do on Monday without me?
I think I was actually playing Magic Online.
Wow. I don't know if that's dedication or like sad.
Lack of a life is what it is.
Alright, so before we go too much farther in, of course, we want to remind you guys that we are now sponsored over by our friends at inkedgaming.com, your game, your style. Make sure you use the affiliate link that is down below in the video or audio description, depending on whether you're watching this on YouTube later on, or audio platforms later on. And you can also use our 10% off coupon code, which is Praetor10, Praetor10, for 10% off your purchase. And of course, you help support the channel and all the content that we are creating, and we appreciate so much. So, now that that's out of the way, what are we doing today, Phyrexian?
I believe we are doing a deck tech.
A deck
We
tech?
like deck techs. We here at Praetor Magic like building deck techs, particularly for this one format. I believe it is called Elder Dragon Highlander.
Joust?
Yeah, Elder Dragon Highlander.
Joust?
Commander, EDH. Sometimes 3DH, but we ain't doing that today. We're just
Joust? You haven't heard of Joust yet? Come on, get with it.
nope.
Have you really not heard of this? It wouldn't surprise me. It's a kind of a social media thing.
I really have not. And, well, yeah. Well, if it's a social media thing, then you shouldn't even have to ask.
I'll
Let's
explain.
Be honest.
I'll explain Joust at a later
okay.
time.
Hi, but yeah, we're doing a deck tech on Chulane, Color of Tails.
Yep,
It's
buddy.
a Bant commander. You're welcome, Danny. For 2, a green, a white, and a blue. It's a 2/4 with vigilance. It's a legendary creature, human druid. Druid? I don't know. We don't pronounce words correctly, so whatever.
Mechanics.
Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card, then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. And then you can pay 3 colorless and tap them to return target creature you control to its owner's hand. You know,
I just want to butt in right now and correct you, as I'm one to do. It's not 3 colorless, it is 3 generic, sir.
Okay, fine. 3 generic. Whatevs. Basically, we just want to, cast some creatures.
Yeah.
Cast some creatures again.
Put lands onto the battlefield.
Again. Put lands on the battlefield, ramp up, cast some more creatures, do some broken things, maybe.
Maybe. See, the crazy thing about this commander is that it's just any land card, and it doesn't have to enter tap. So if the land itself enters tap, so if it's like a Guildgate or like a shock land, you can have it enter tap for those reasons. But Chulane doesn't make it enter tap, so it's not like, oh, you can play your guy's cradle, but it has to be tapped, so there's a chance it could get removed, or you're not going to get to use it right now. It's like, no, just put down a creature, which makes you get a card, so you have a better chance of having a land, and then put down any land in your hand. Any land you could ever desire.
Yeah. Well, that's in your hand. But yeah.
Well, yeah. And obviously, then within your colors,
the drawing does help them get there.
Yeah. And then the fact that
deck, right? We just put this card in 99 lands, right?
No. And how would you cast creatures?
And we put. Oh, that's right.
How would you cast creatures? How would you then return creatures?
It's been a couple weeks, folks. It's been a couple weeks since I've done this.
How would you then return creatures to your hand in order to cast them again?
You could always target Chulane.
That's fair. You're not wrong. It'd be bad, but you're not wrong. All right,
it's a legal play.
So, and New Dark actually points out that does matter. It can matter in situations. It is like the perfect way to have Chulane kind of dodge removal and stuff like that. Oh, I go to target it with Path. Oh, well, I bounce it to my hand so I can just replay it without commander attacks. And the fact that it's even a 2/4 with Vigilance, the 2 damage means you're probably not going to commander damage anybody out anytime soon. But the Vigilance means that you can kind of like swing in for chip damage or whatever, and then still have it up to do this tap ability. When we do these, we typically talk about doing it within a budget, but because Chulane's so new, and I think it's more fun to do these without a budget. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna build the deck to the best of our ability, with whatever thing we want to be. And I think really the thing we're doing is just like the strength of the commander, so how to make the commander shine as best as possible. So you're gonna see some combo stuff, you're gonna see some other crazy nonsense, and we'll worry about budget maybe later. Like maybe we'll talk about like things we would replace with if we had to worry about a budget, but we're not gonna worry about the budget initially. So we can go a little bit crazy with the suggestions, whereas in the past sometimes we've like thought of cards and then checked the price and been like, oh, well, we can't use this because it's a $50 card. So it's a little bit, we're gonna be a little unrestricted this time, which might be more fun. We might get to do crazier stuff. So
That's true. So,
where do you want to start?
I kind of want to start with the type line cast a creature.
Yep.
Right? So, what other cards, say cast a creature that are good? Perhaps cards like Beast Whisper?
Yeah. Beast
Whenever
Whisper.
you cast a creature spell, draw a card for 2 and I like Beast Whisper. I don't know about you guys.
Beast Whisper was a late add to my Kiora deck for Vegas, and I eventually replaced Soul of the Harvest, because Soul of the Harvest is another ETB like Kiora is. Makes a world of difference. I don't care if you count my cards. I just want to get them. I don't care if you count my creatures. I just want to get the cards from the draw. So I like Beast Whisper. Good draw spell.
Good draw spell. I also like Karametra.
Ooh.
Out of the Harvest.
I like that. So Karametra is also a whenever you cast a creature spell, and this time you can go get a force or a plains card. Keeping in mind it doesn't say again basic force or basic plains, so you can go and get dual lands and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
I like it.
So actually, between these 3 cards, you draw 2 cards, put down. You get to put a land from your hand down, and then you go get to fetch a land out of your deck.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
That's pretty cool.
I'm liking it. I don't know. Maybe a Lurin.
A Lurin?
Yeah, it's enchantment in green for 2 and 2 green. Any player may play creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less without paying their mana cost, as though they had flash.
So then I'm guessing we're thinking
anything 3 or less.
Yep.
Huh?
I'm guessing we're thinking about like wood elves and stuff like that.
Yeah, wood elves. Your mana dorks, all that stuff. Just keep it in cheap.
And it lets you kind of like play on other people's turn. I think that's super important when you want to play like tricky stuff. So you can leave all your mana up for counter spells. We're going to be in blue, so we're going to have counter spells. And if you don't have to counter anything, you just kind of end of turn the turn before you just play a whole bunch of nonsense and get set up for your turn. So you can play like your Matadorks, and they essentially quote unquote have flash ish. How have I never seen a Lurin before? I didn't know how to spell it, I guessed. So if that makes you feel any better.
It's a very good magic card. Which is why, if we were doing a budget, we probably wouldn't be able to use it. $22. That's probably why you've never heard of it before.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
So just for the sake of everybody seeing it, we are using a spreadsheet in order to track all this. And if you look in this upper right, the budget remaining, normally we do $200 budgets. And again, we're not worrying about the budget, but it's going to automatically track anyway. That's why the spreadsheet's set up. So when this is like negative 250 before we get halfway through, we'll get to kind of laugh about that. But so yeah, you can see Phyrexian is putting in the cards, their types, what kind of category they fill, and also their cost. So obviously we have our most expensive card already.
Yeah, I mean so far.
Yeah, just so far. Is it going to be a Panharmonicon deck? Are we planning on having a lot of ETBs in general?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe something to think about for later, not necessarily right now.
Yeah, we could. I think that's definitely a card that we could look at and say, keep it in the back of our minds, and enough ETBs to justify it, put it in.
Sure.
But I don't like throwing Panharmonicon right in, because then it kind of almost
It warps the way you think about the deck, I think.
Yeah, and it puts this. Another card I like for a deck like this is World Breaker. The big old Drazi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you cast, again, another when you cast ability, exile target artifact, enchantment, or land. So getting a little mean, but you know. Oh, this is a cast ability, so this won't work with like Deadeye Navigator.
No, it won't.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
It won't, but it'll give us, some removal. It's a little pricey, maybe, but it does hit, exiles too, artifact, enchantment, or land.
Yeah, I think
Has reach. It's a big body.
Yep. A big body with reach. I mean, just in general, I think that is actually more important than some people think. Flyers win games. I've said that before. So having like things to block the big flyers, or even the little flyers that are trying to jump in or slowly kill you. Speaking of, do we include Deadeye and Peregrine Drake? I think Drake is kind of a maybe because it essentially becomes a free spell. Maybe later on. I don't know. I think Deadeye is gonna go the way of Panharmonicon, where we'll think about it and maybe come back to it later. But right now, I don't think we're aiming to make it like that. There are some other cards that I know we're gonna talk about that are gonna synergize a little bit better with the casting part of the deck. Does this mean we're gonna use the OG dual lands and fetches? It's possible.
Possible. Yeah, we might be doing some fetches and stuff. We're just gonna throw it together. Another I like is God Eternal Ketra.
Ooh, I like
Another,
that too.
like I'm trying to stick with the casts.
Yep.
So God Eternal Ketra is for 3 and 2 white and it's double strike. And whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 4/4 black zombie warrior creature token with vigilance.
Yep. And of course, very hard to remove because when it dies, you can put it into exile from the battlefield. Or, I'm sorry, when it dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you can put it into your library third from the top. So it's very hard to remove. That's actually pretty much impossible to remove, I guess. And it's also a 3/6 double striker, so it can still beat face on its own.
Yeah. I don't know what to put that as, like, what category. I guess miscellaneous for now.
We could do, we do have the 4 custom categories.
Yeah, I mean, we could go tokens. We might end up with a token sub theme here. Just some of the shenanigans we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we gonna do like some of the staples like Mole Drifter or Wood Elves? Do we want to worry about them now or later?
Well, we can do them now. So Wood Elves, Mole Drifter.
With Wood Elves obviously being 3 mana, gets a forest, and then Mole Drifter is 5 mana, 2/2 flyer, and you draw 2 cards, or the 3 evoke cost to draw 2, and then you have to sacrifice it. But you could actually.
And then in the case of both, you like Wood Elves is draw a card and maybe play land from your hand and then get. I mean, it's just all these creatures we're playing just give you a little bit of extra value. I'm definitely at the Rex Age in here too. What we're doing, like some just good solid ETB effects with the 2 and a green for the remove target artifact or anything.
So I do like, and I've thought about this before. The week that Chulane came out, I started thinking a little bit about what we were going to put in, and Mole Drifter came to mind specifically because of the evoke cost. Normally, Mole Drifter costs 5, but for 1 more mana, you can evoke it, and in response to the sacrifice trigger, use Chulane to bounce it back to your hand.
And basically, anything that we're running that ends up being like less than like 3 mana or less to cast combos really well with Lauren too. So
so Wood Elves and Rex Age, like you were saying before. So those are all good value. But what are we doing to close the game out? I think I don't know. Right now, I think we're just kind of focusing on being the higher value deck. I think one of the strategies of the deck might be like a Craterhoof Behemoth. If you just have a bunch of creatures out and you're just.
I think Craterhoof is definitely going to be a finisher for us.
Yeah. Because it's repeatable now, because Chulane bounces back to your hand. And you're going to ramp up so fast. So I think Craterhoof's going to be a big one. I don't know what else past that. It's not really like a Triumph of the Hordes deck. We're not going that hard into the token strategy. At least not yet. If we do at some point, maybe. But right now, we're not.
I'm finding all these prices.
Mm-hmm.
This is hard work. I don't know why you do it every week.
I know, right? So just as a so everybody at home understands, we decided to split it up this time. Whereas I'm doing the work to keep the card on the screen, and I'm talking about the cards that we're talking about while he fills out the sheet. Normally I do both, and he actually does the talking and filling, like kind of filling the silence part. So we switched it up a little bit, and now he's doing a lot of work. So he understands my pain now. I'm still on vacation.
Your pain? I'm not sure about that. I do understand, like, how hard you're doing. Whoa, jeez, Crater Huff is a lot of money right now.
Yeah, well, it's
$36.31, everybody.
Oh, I actually thought it was getting into the 50s. I'm not gonna lie.
Can you say WinCon?
We're just gonna call it WinCon in the list. I like that.
That's what it is. I mean, that's the reason we're casting a Crater Hoof. If we're casting a Crater Hoof and we aren't winning, we aren't doing it right. Let's be honest.
There is now a 1 in the count for the WinCon category, everybody. I like
that's right. 1 WinCon. Hey, that's what New Dark Cloud was after. That's what we gave him. We gave him a way to, like, boom,
there you
go and win this thing.
Yep.
I think Coiling Oracle is another good value card.
Yep.
Again, under that 3-mana threshold.
Yep. And then it just, the fact that it can get you a land and then get you a land and draw you a card. It's really almost, what is that, like 3 cards advantage?
Mm-hmm.
3 cards worth of advantage?
I always kind of struggle between whether calling Coiling Oracle ramp or draw, though. I will be honest.
Yeah. Are we gonna do anything to worry about the top of the deck for stuff like Coiling Oracle? Probably not, right? That's too linear.
Yeah.
Okay. Just because when I think of Coiling Oracle, that's kind of like the kind of decks I think of, like decks where you typically know, like you scry a lot, or you're using Sensei's Divining Top or something like that. That way you can hit whatever you want, whether it's you hit a card and you want it in your hand, or you hit a card, or you hit a land, I should say, and put it onto the battlefield. But again, that's not necessarily in line with what the commander does, so.
Hey, and now I think we can just start throwing a bunch of mana dorks. Obviously, we're going to want mana dorks.
Yep.
So Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic.
Noble Hierarch.
Yeah, Noble Hierarch.
There you go. Get in there. I mean, of course, that's going to come up in price.
Avacyn's Pilgrim.
That's
think
a good
even
one.
here. What am I missing? Fenhorn Elves, Birds of Paradise.
Whew. Noble Hierarch's lowest printing is 35.30.
Okay, so 35.30.
Because it's a new band commander. My wife comes up, why are you doing a band commander? Like, I don't know how to play the colors of Magic. Why are you in my realm? Who said you could go past the gates? You graveyard loving piece of crap.
That is what she said.
Birds of Paradise is a good one. I don't know, yeah. Danny, are we missing any mana dorks?
Look.
Since you're over here judging me for just...
I like Command Tower, I like Noble Hierarch.
Command Tower is not a mana dork. That is
a Lotus Cobra. Huh?
Lotus Cobra.
Yeah, Lotus Cobra is sweet.
This band commander is going to have more than 32 lands in it, Danielle.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
We recently found out that our Treva deck only has 32 lands in it, and it's a fairly high curve. Well, just in general, the curve was like in the 4s, and somehow she magically pulls out the cards. Yeah.
Just like my 22 elf deck?
It was 29.
I think she's cheating.
That's what I said too. I'm like, she has to be cheating.
That's the only explanation at that point.
She's just holding Forest in her hand or something.
Now I'm just lucky.
So all of this is.
It drives you.
I do have a nickname for her, and she is a bunny, so she's a lucky bunny, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
are we gonna do the intruder alarm thing? The answer is yes, right?
I mean, I think we have enough mana dorks to justify it, because, like, that's the big thing, right? With Chulane is that you don't have a Paradox engine, anymore to untap everything to cast a creature to bounce it to untap for like mana rocks and stuff. So Intruder Alarm with Mana Dorks is kind of the way to do it instead.
It is a way to do it. Do we want to look at other ways? Because we threw in the Alorn, obviously, right? So that gives our little Mana Dork splash and makes them free. But we could also throw in like Yeva, Nature's Herald, or
There's the new Vivian.
Yeah, the new Vivian, or I mean, there's obviously Leyline and
Vidalcan,
Ori too in
yeah.
our court colors. Do we want to throw any more of those? How many do we want to throw in? I think the answer is at least yes to some of them.
Yeah.
I particularly like Yeva because she is herself a creature.
The only thing I don't like
Doesn't
about
she only do
Yeva
green
is
creature
green.
cards?
Yep, she only says green creatures.
Well, how many creatures are we running so far that aren't?
Well, still, but then Vivian is one less, right? Because it's 2 and a green, and it's all creature spells.
Well,
Plus the added versatility of her plus and her minus abilities. So her +1 is until next turn, one target creature gets Vigilance and Reach, which is of course protection for Vivian, which on Chulane is actually not that bad to give him. He already has Vigilance, so you kind of don't obviously get double Vigilance, but you do get the Reach, so that nobody can just fly over Chulane. And then the -2 is look at the top 3 cards of your library, exile 1 face down, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. For as long as they remain exiled, you may look at that card, and you may cast it if it's a creature card. And like we were just saying, we are running an awful lot of creatures.
yeah.
So I think the added synergy of basically getting the dig for another creature, which you can then cast with Flash because of Vivian, regardless of the color, I think that's just better. And at the end of the day, it's 3 mana and you essentially gain 5 life if you +1 it off the gate because people are going to try to remove the loyalty.
Yeah, and it can also dig. So
yeah. Magical Hacker says, congratulations to Karamitra and Momir Vig. I know you will be great parents to your son, Chulane. It's not. I think Momir is a little bit more broken than what Chulane does. Just saying. The draw a card thing is nice, but Momir Vig is a little bit more because he can tutor. I don't know. Do we put Momir Vig in this, or is that just like obvious target that's obvious? Does this translate into cast whenever you cast a green creature spell, whenever you cast a blue creature spell? Goes in line with the strategy or with the theme.
yeah.
I have him up, so if you do want to put him in, his price is $139.
That's more mirror big.
So just so that everybody following along can get a full idea of what Momir is he's an elf wizard 2/2. He's 3 green and a blue. Whenever it used to say play, but now it's errata 2. Whenever you cast a green creature spell, you may search your library for a creature card and reveal it. If you do, shuffle your library and put that card on top. Whenever you cast a blue creature spell, reveal the top card of your library if it's a creature card and put that into your hand. So if you cast a blue-green creature or a blue-green-white creature, you can essentially stack the card on top of your deck and then reveal it and then draw it.
What was the cost on that one again?
$139.
Another little rampy creature. You're a tribe builder?
Yeah. I don't know, is Sakura... What's the 2 mana elf that goes and gets a land? That isn't like sacrifice, like an ETB. Because Sakura is good, don't get me wrong, but like we're looking for repeatable effects, I guess.
Well, that 2 mana elf that gets a land is put in hand. Which I guess, could you stack the triggers in the right way to... No, it's because it's on cast. So I guess you could have it for the next one you cast.
Yeah.
But it doesn't put it into play. What do we think about like Priest of Titania?
Well, Priest of Titania is gonna matter how many elves that we have.
Well, so far we already have Beast Whisperer, Wood Elves, Rex Sage, Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, Finhorn Elves. So we already have 6.
Plus itself would make 7. I think that's.
Plus itself would make 7. Yeah.
I
So
think.
we're already, and we haven't even done all of them.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones though. Like, put it with Panharmonicon and see what you get.
Yeah.
Like when you get to like 50 and you're starting to be like, what else can I put in this deck? You're like, oh yeah, Priest of Titania, because look at all the elves I have now. You know, I wouldn't put in Priest for 7 elves personally, if that's all we wind up getting. I'm sure that won't be all we wind up getting, but just as a matter of.
I'll throw Somberwald Sage in here.
Yep.
Creature for 2 and a green. Tap, add 3 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend the only to cast your spell.
I'm gonna make a suggestion, and it's because I love the card, Tachova.
That's a very good card.
Because if you're gonna put a land onto the battlefield after you cast your creature spell, and you've drawn a card, why not draw another card and gain a life?
I think Tatiova is a great addition.
It is, I have it up here, 37 cents. Teamwork. I wonder, is this a deck that wants crop rotation or escape shift?
I mean, I'd say crop rotation, maybe? Things like that.
Yeah. I think crop rotation's fine for like the early ramp and everything, but escape shift, I don't think we have enough landfall triggers yet. If we go toward having a lot of landfall stuff, then maybe.
I definitely think crop rotation's a good one though, because even if you're just like rotating for something like a Guy's Cradle,
yeah,
that's
I agree.
really solid.
I agree. Crop rotation is definitely going to be a good card. And again, because we're not worried about budget, we are going to have some pretty like sick lands, I think.
Like Guy's Cradle.
Are we going to need Guy's Cradle? Do you think we're going to like have that many creatures?
Need and we're going to have that many creatures now.
All right. All right.
What do we think about Bloom Tender? Kind of on our Intruder Alarm Mana Dork theme right now. Bloom Tender is for 1 and a green, and tap it for each color among permanents you control. Add 1 mana of that color to your mana pool.
What do I not know what this card is?
It could be a green. It could be a green, blue, and white. Could be a green, blue. Could be green, white.
Each color among permanents you control. Yeah, I mean, with Chulane, don't you just get 3 mana?
Oh, gosh. Is this card really $48 now?
This? Bloom Tender? Oh my god.
I'm seeing. Hey, you know what? It's also an elf, so Priest of Titania is a little better.
Yeah, don't forget protection, Teferi's protection, and heroic intervention.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Gotta make sure we don't get blown out by the wayward board wipe. I just want everybody to know we haven't even gotten 30 cards in. We've gotten essentially a quarter of the way in, and we have used up the budget
that we would normally be doing, but we aren't doing that.
Yeah.
In Teferi's protection and heroic intervention.
Yeah.
So Teferi's protection is the super fair, let's phase everything out card.
Yeah. God, this card's so good. I hope they reprint this in the next Commander one. 4051.
We're about to drop another $40. What's about to happen? That's what I was gonna say right before you said that. Even heroic intervention, I'm seeing is $8.58, so it's like,
wow.
Yeah, you want to protect your stuff, you're gonna pay a premium for it.
Yeah, right. You want the best protection money can buy? Here it is. Oh god.
Money can buy.
We're insurance salesmen now in Magic the Gathering. Make it stop. I didn't plan for my life to be like this. Alright, let's think. What else is just really good with casting creatures? Or do we want to do like some of the like staple stuff like Kadama's Reach and Cultivate just to take up the slots?
I don't know how much we want to be in that vein here.
That's what I thought too a little bit. I was like, how much do you want to just run staple cards as opposed to like the mana dork strategy? Do we want to put Intruder Alarm in now? Did we put it in already?
I already put in Intruder
Okay.
Alarm,
Did
which
we
is why I'm
do
running so hard on the mana dorks. I
did we
think.
do
Yeah.
Cloudstone Curio yet?
Maybe I didn't put Intruder Alarm in. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's right there. Cloudstone Curio is not yet in, but it certainly could be.
Yeah. Because I think that's just gonna be the crazy combo.
That 23.96. So Cloudstone Curio is for 3. And whenever a non-artifact permanent comes into play under your control, you may return another permanent you control that shares a permanent type with it to its owner's hand. So basically, just take out the 3 mana for his ability and start,
Yeah, bouncing stuff like crazy.
bouncing stuff like crazy. And when you're bouncing a bunch of little 1-drop mana dorks,
Yep.
that then you can even cast for free if Allurin's in play.
Or not even that. If you're constantly drawing a land and putting a
Are we a
land down.
Labman deck at this point?
That's also what I was kind of thinking, was like we should probably be prepared to maybe throw Labman in there. Labman's 4 or 3.
3.
So it even works with Allurin, and Vivian. So
Hey, there's another. Hey, you want another win con? Laboratory Maniac is
Oh,
folks.
wait a minute, hold on. Y'all gotta see when the win con turns into a 2.
Hold on. What? Win con. There you go, New Dark Cloud. There's your other win con. We've already got 2 whole win cons. Yeah. Yeah. We might take out more Mare in the end because I'm seeing New Arc saying might not creatures. I mean, we're definitely running enough green though, right? Because even if we're just relying on his,
Well, so you're talking about taking out Momir, you said?
Yeah.
So Momir is a cast as well.
Yeah.
So you can stack it so that you are drawing the card that you basically get to do Momir for free. I mean, Momir's full ability with just green creatures if Chulane's out.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it's the most broken thing to do with him, which is really weird to say about Momir Vig. Like, oh, Momir Vig's not the most broken thing in the deck. So take that as you will, I guess. We don't have to do it. We don't have to keep him. We could just kind of like here. You know what?
Did you take him out?
Nope. Boop. He's highlighted. We'll look at him later.
Highlighted, you say?
Yeah. We're getting technical here, folks. I highlighted him. You could see.
What about old Tree Speaker? We want to be in the old Tree Speaker realm. More mana dorks all the time.
How many mana dorks is too many? No, I'm just kidding. Especially if we're not gonna do like the cultivate and everything. Are we going?
I think
how
our
many?
ramp is mana dork ramp.
We are planning on having like a decent amount of instance for counter magic, right?
Yes.
So we don't want to be a. Crap. What's
also
the?
An elf, so I'm putting Priestess Titania in. I don't care what you say. I've reached enough elves that I'm just pulling the trigger on that one.
I think we're at like 10 now.
We're easily at 10. And we could always throw Arbor Elf in too if I thought Arbor Elf was any good. I would. I really don't like Arbor Elf.
Wow, hating on the elves.
I'm not hating on the elves. I'm hating on a specific elf named Arbor Elf.
Hating on elves. I'm gonna tell Danny.
I love elves. Danny knows I love elves.
But you're hating on them.
We are up to 16 ramp though, so probably.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's ramp, but we're gonna be using that mana for stuff.
The like mana dork ramp is kind of like combo ramp if you think about it, because if you think about like putting in Intruder Alarm, or like working with Intruder Alarm, like you're basically comboing off
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else do we want to be doing here?
I don't know. Are we going with a elfish like package? Are we going to be doing like Well Speaker or Well Wisher? Well Speaker.
I don't think we're doing an elf package. I think just we're running enough mana dork that Priest of Tanya is always going to tap for 1 and is most likely going to be tapping for more than 1. That's kind of why I did it. Is just we're running enough elves that it's very likely we're getting extra mana for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we want to look at some other cards that just combo well with what we're trying to do. Like,
Okay.
Shrieking Drake or White Mane Lion with Aloran is just infinite. You cast Shrieking Drake, you draw a card, you can put a land card, you cast Shrieking Drake. If Aloran's in play, you can do it for free over and over and over.
Mhm.
Just keep on cards. So,
Yep. And pretty much the same thing with White Main Line.
yeah.
Except White Main Line costs one more.
If Aloran's not in play. I mean, even if Aloran's not in play, they're good for the deck. But if Aloran is in play, you literally just keep on casting those cards over and over again. You can draw as many cards as you want to. You can do, you know, they're combo-y creature cards.
Yeah. I mean, White Main Line, even with like the Lotus Cobra that we talked about before, if you're putting a land and then getting the extra mana, then it does eventually. It's essentially the same thing as Shrieking Drake over and over again.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, for like mana fixing, obviously we were talking about having some like higher end lands. So we're talking about the dual lands and stuff like that. Do you think that we should still consider Chromatic Lantern just the fixed colors completely, or is that just not worth the spot?
I think it's just not worth the spot.
Okay. Do we want to worry a little bit about some of our?
I mean, we could run some of the Signets and stuff like that, maybe, but I probably wouldn't run them at the point because we're so heavy on like ramp creatures.
Yeah. And again, like we could just put down lands, and we even had like we're gonna have other ways to just we're gonna probably do fetches and stuff like that. So I don't think we need it. I just wanted to, think about it.
So removal, counter spells. I'm gonna kind of throw those together. What are we gonna do under this?
So
Psychic, right? Come on, we gotta.
I mean, yeah, come on. It's a blue
We're in
deck. We
blue.
gotta have it.
We're in blue. We aren't MOCL right now, so still hurts my soul that it's banned there.
Hey.
Swords, path. Swords to exile, path. Swords to plowshares, path to exile. Good.
Yeah. What about like the creature counter spells? Like what is it? Mystic Snake and Frilled Mystic? I think
I
they're
like them better if they only cost 3.
yeah.
I really want them to cost 3 just because then I want to be getting so many things for Aloran, you know?
Yeah. Is that or should we just have like, tutors for the Aloran? Is that where you're going with this?
What tutors do we have for like enchantments in green, blue, white?
Enlightened,
tutor.
Idyllic?
Yeah. That might be where we're at. Because I mean it's a pretty big combo card for what our deck's trying to do.
Yeah. So
Maybe.
you're saying we should have just done Bant Enchantress with creature package?
I mean, not necessarily, but we're gonna be in that vein. Like I'm still looking at we're looking at other value creatures. Caustic Caterpillar is a good removal creature.
Yep.
That's less than 3.
Oh, if we're talking about like just value cards, Tireless Tracker.
That's true. Also 3.
Yep.
So
Spellseeker.
Tireless Tracker is
Spellseeker?
Yeah.
Huh? Go find your Cyclonic Rift? I think it's a 3-drop. It's a 3-drop.
And another one is Recruiter of the Guard.
Yeah, because we do tend to have a lot of weenies.
Yeah, we're running weenies. Recruiter lets us go find any of the weenies. I'm gonna count Recruiter as draw. I'm gonna count Spellseeker as draw because they both go to your hand, so you're getting the card.
Okay.
It's card advantage. It's not technically draw. I know card advantage, and it actually is.
So what do you think about like Gilded Drake, which is a 2-drop, and you can respond to the exchange by bouncing it? Steal somebody's stuff, bounce it, and then play it again. Steal somebody's stuff and bounce it.
Call that a combo with our commandos.
Yeah.
I need some prices though.
For Gilded Drake, 64.77.
Ooh, new winner for the most expensive card.
we did not. Yeah, we did not care about budget for this one. Holy smokes.
No, we did not. Swords. Favorite price on swords?
Sword Splasher.
I haven't got it yet.
Shouldn't be too much. 129.
And path is 759.
Caterpillars 54 cents.
Tireless tracker is 850. Hey, look at us getting knocked out.
Oh, you already got Spellseeker. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I had Spellseeker.
Holy smokes.
Yeah,
All right.
we're going budget high here.
Yeah, well,
$128 already. We said we weren't holding back for you. We aren't holding back for you. War cards we could kind of go with. I don't know how much we want to go on this theme, but you know, you've got Core Skyfisher and Man of War that can do the same thing. Dreamstalker can do the same thing as White Mane Lion and Shrieking Drake.
I think between them and the Cloudstone Curio,
So we don't need it.
yeah, it's probably fine.
Not even one more?
Why? Which one do you want?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if we're running Mana War, it returns target creature to its owner hand, so it's not just our creatures.
Yeah.
So we could use the like Mana War effects and then
To basically act as temporary removal.
yeah.
That's fine.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. It might not be good enough. What do the people on the YouTube say?
I don't know. What do you guys think about Man of War? Enters battlefield, return target creature to its owner's library. It's a 3-drop, so it does synergize with
These are
Alluring.
test.
Yeah, the Alluring test.
We're at right now.
We do have a couple other ways to like flash stuff in, right? So it's kind of like an instant speed thing with the way our deck is shaping up.
Yeah, but Lauren makes it free, and that's
Yeah. I agree.
where we really want to be at. So, in that, do we want to run ways to tutor it up?
What? Alluring?
Yeah.
I think if it's gonna be
Wanna
that
run
big,
Idyllic and Enlightened to tutor it up and go for the thing.
yeah, because Idyllic and Enlightened Tutor both get an artifact too, right? So if we have Alluring, we can go get Curio. If we have Curio, we can go get Alluring.
Well, Idyllic, I believe, is just
Oh, it's just enchantment. You're right.
enchantment, but
That's fine. Still, Enlightened will get us the other one. Idyllic is 35.88.
hey, we ain't holding back. Enlightened.
That's a good question. It would also help if I could spell. 29.65.
Okay, so we're definitely all in on this. Find a way to draw our deck.
Yeah. I think we
Slash, if we just get enough creatures in play and draw
yeah.
combo.
I think we do put Lab Maniac in. Did we already?
I did. I already did because I saw us going this way. This is just the way we were going.
Yeah.
Do
Do we put? Oh, never mind. We can't
put
flash
Aether
it.
Flux in?
That's a war.
Yeah. Another win con if we're going off and doing the infinite cast or just
Yeah, I think
creature.
it's a good chance that we are going to do the back and forth combo, even if we only do it like a few times.
yeah, even if it's like a Shrieking Drake and we're just doing like a blue, even if you're doing that like 4 times, that's significant.
Yeah. Even if it's just a way to keep your life total up.
Yeah.
If you never make it to the like 65-ish where you're comfortable, laser beaming somebody.
I think it's still good though.
It costs $6.29. Oh, okay, you found it.
I got $6.19 is what I had on mine, but that's
Yeah, that's fine.
close enough.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're already running a lot of ramp. I don't know. We might have to cut some ramp if we're wanting to run we gotta be running Soul Ring, right?
Do we though? Do we have to?
Don't we?
Do we?
Required?
No, there's no. Believe it or not, there's no rule in the budget making part of EDH
Alright, fine.
rules.
We're definitely running Aura Shards.
That's a good one.
That's
Get that
100%
removal.
happening. I'll let you get away with it. We're saying Soul Ring, you aren't good enough.
Yeah,
We just want mana dorks. We want mana dorks so they trigger things like our shard, and we can return them 100 times. What?
Yep.
Abundance also needs to go in.
Oh yeah, so that every time you would draw, you can basically pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Do we want to get into the business of protecting our enchantments and artifacts, like giving it hexproof or whatever? Or is that too deep?
Too deeper.
Okay.
Is Cathar's Crusade another win con in a deck like? We're just doing the thing.
Well,
or does it? I mean, they don't have a like unless we throw away to give them.
So we have the flying one from Simic. We have like 3 iterations of trample between Abzan and the 2 Simic ones. The New Zagana, the Troll Hide something or other, and then whatever the Abzan one was called. So like we do have ways of getting them in. There's also unblockable of these Secrets of the Stream or something.
Yeah. Herald of Secret Streams.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know if we're in for that or not.
Yeah, I think that's making the deck go in like kind of a different direction that we weren't planning for. I think if you're gonna do a +1/+1 counter deck, it's possible because there are like ETB give 1/1 counter type stuff, but I think we're combo more than that.
Ooh, Primeval Bounty.
Yeah. Make
Like
all those
that.
tokens. Oh, tokens.
Well, I was also looking at the life gain is not because when the lanes enter.
Oh, that's true too.
Life.
Yeah, that's true too.
And even if you happen to be casting a non-creature spell, you can just make something bigger. I really want to run Core Skyfisher too. I'm gonna put it in there. I want one more way to activate this combo other than the other 2, and it's another 2 mana one.
Okay. So Primeval Bounty.
I would run Dreamstalker too if you let me get away with it, but I don't think you will.
No. Primeval Bounty is enchantment, cost 6. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you get a 3/3 beast creature token that's green onto the battlefield. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. And then non-creature spells give you 3/1/1 counters onto a creature you can. That's why the double synergy is really good, because we're gonna cast creatures and we're gonna put lands onto the battlefield with the stack.
And Core Skyfisher is cheap.
Alright, so we are at the 49 mark. Do we want to start talking about like counter spells and control magic?
Yeah, and probably a little bit more. Because right now we have 6 removal and 1 wrath, so we probably want to talk about counters and control with the rest and removal, like our interaction piece.
Yeah. What do you think about the new Flood of Tears from Corset? Because it's basically... Oh, not Food of Tears, Flood of Tears.
Do you want Glen Alondra as a counter spell?
Yeah, that's fine. We do want to do the other like high-end counter spells: Force of Will, Pact of Negation, Mana Drain.
Yeah, we're in for a penny, in for a pound.
Do we want to do the Force of Negation thing that just
the Force of Negation that just dropped? I don't know. I guess my one thing is how many blue cards are we? Because you don't want to get into a situation where you just don't have the blue to toss, because Force of Will is really bad when you don't.
That's fair. Well, Force of Will is just a 1 blue card. Force of Negation, I think, are... Yeah, Force of Negation is 2, right?
I don't remember.
If not your turn, you may exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay this mana. Okay, never mind.
I think Counterspell, Mana Drain, Pact of Negation. All of those. Arcane Denial.
Yep.
Do we want Force of Will or not?
I mean, you just did kind of load up on blue cards. But if I don't know, I guess exiling
If we're
a
pitching a
counter.
counter for a counter, though,
Yeah.
and
I mean, you
that-
do have a 0 cost counter with Pact.
yeah. I'm just looking, like, we have Shrieking Drake, Intruder Alarm, maybe Mormir Vig if we keep him.
Yeah.
Mole Drifter.
No, you can't get rid of Mole Drifter.
Well, I'm saying Tachiova, these are the cards we actually have that pitch to it. So we don't have that many. So I don't know that Force of Will is that good since we aren't going heavy blue.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with what we have, I guess. Pact was 1735.
Mana Drain is 8238.
Holy moly. Is that now the most expensive card?
I think right now it holds the record until we put Guy's Cradle in.
Still on the Guy's Cradle.
Why are we not? How many creatures are we running right
I'm not saying we're not. I just, like, you keep bringing that one up specifically.
now?
And it's probably going to be the most, I guess because it's going to be the most expensive
Yeah.
card. It's just funny how, like, it's always, yep, right up until the Guy's Cradle.
What else do we want? I mean, we really probably should be running Peregrine Trade and Cloud just because they're creatures.
Peregrine Drake and what else?
Cloud of Fairies. Because they're free creatures, so they combo.
Well, actually, if you get the land out, they're +1 kind of creatures. They're not free. You actually get your mana back. Just saying.
Well, yeah, you have the right. But they also combo really well with Cloud Swim Crew, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
7 cents.
Peregrine's 28.
Yeah. Combo. We're just comboing with creatures.
Yeah.
How much was Counterspell? Did we ever look that up? Not much.
I don't know. It's got to be like. No, it's actually $132. More than I thought it was gonna be. I think Palinchron's too expensive. I've never liked Palincron. I know it's another combo piece and it's quote unquote free, but I feel like if you're waiting, what is that? It's a 7-drop, right?
Palincron, though, in itself.
You are cutting out.
I'm cutting out?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Here, hold on a second. Let me call you on Discord instead. This is why we do it live. So that you guys can experience all of our technical difficulties with us. Alright.
Better?
I don't know. We'll find out as time goes on. But, what were you saying? Palinchron was what?
Doesn't it go infinite on its own?
No, I mean, you untap 7 mana. Wait, am I not remembering what Palinchron does?
No, yeah, you're right. It doesn't. Because it's the 2 and then 2 and 2 blue to return it.
Yeah.
Won't make enough mana without a mana double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to go infinite with it.
Yeah, it is.
Like one other card and it goes infinite, sure. But we're also not, I think, running any of those cards.
Infinite mana as soon as you cast it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
Only
know.
with a mana double, though, right, Kraus? That's not another way for it, right?
I mean, I guess with like Cloudstone, you basically do, right? What's the cost for the commander to bounce them? 3.
3 and tap.
Yeah,
And so
and tap.
that's the tap effect.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't exactly work. How many cards we got now on this deck here?
50 something? 56.
56. We're probably only looking at about, what, 6 more and then lands? Maybe 7 more in lands? Because we're running really low on the mana curve, really. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Because we're running a bunch of 1 and 2 drops. So
I mean, I can check that while you're...
So we're looking at 6 or 7 more cards basically here. And I think Again, based on the fact that we're still sitting at 6 removal and 1 wrath, we probably need to use most of those slots.
Mhm.
Either on a couple more wraths, a couple more removals, at least 4 or 5 of those spots need to go to wrath and removal. So
How do you feel
In
about
my
like the
opinion.
wraths that save our commander? Like, what is it? Not time warp, time. Ah, the new one from Teferi, from War of the Spark.
you mean Spork?
Yeah, that too. Wow,
You
our
can throw in Swan Song as a counter spell too, though.
yeah, that's a good one. Our mana curve before you just started adding Swansong was 2.75.
Hey, we're building a good deck here.
We're super low. You know what? I think we said it right before we started the stream that we didn't think Chulane would be competitive, but maybe we were wrong.
I don't think this is really competitive, but
Hey! Stop messing up my clickbait, okay?
cheap. But nah, we'll see. Definitely cheap. Grant
Yeah.
that. Cheap.
Well, no, we're over budget. It's not cheap at all.
Well, we want Bane of Progress removal? The answer is yes.
Yeah, because so Band of Progress kills like our two combo pieces, our two main combo pieces.
That's true, but we can also just choose not to cast it.
I guess.
I mean,
Or
that's easy.
after they remove our two combo pieces.
Or right before we play our combo pieces.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, you can definitely play Bane and play around some stuff, and I just really like a Bane of Progress too, to be honest.
Yeah. Austere Command as another versatile white.
Yeah, that's good.
Unless you want Cleansing Nova more, but that's up to you.
No, I like Austere.
Ye old Wrath of the God. How much is Wrath of God anymore? Holy crap.
Supreme Verdict. Dude.
Yeah, so that people can't counter our stuff. Wrath of God, lowest I see is 720 or 654.
That's your command and Supreme Verdict for me too.
Supreme 576. Austere Command is 651.
Oops.
No, not 651. Phyrexian.
You said 651.
That's not what I meant at all.
You did not put a period or.
I didn't think it was necessary. And yeah,
It's not. It's usually not, but in this case it was.
Just for you. So, just because every time I scroll by it, I see it highlighted, do we want to maybe take out Momi Rig now?
I think so. I don't think. That gives an extra spot too. So.
That's kind of where I was thinking too, was that we open up that spot for something better. And like I said, we're not running enough of like the green blue stuff, and honestly, I don't think we need to tutor that much. Just with the amount of drawing and comboing out that we're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean that's the plan, isn't it?
That's the plan. Now, what do we put in that spot though?
Ranger of Eos.
Oh, you know what we didn't put in? That's probably going to be very important because we're a combo deck that's kind of based around our commander.
What's that?
Lightning Greaves.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Sure. So boring.
What? All right. You know, just because you're upset that it was a good idea.
It is a good idea. I don't disagree that it's a good idea. It's just I always feel like bored when I put Lightning Greaves in a deck. Anybody else with me on this? You know it's the right thing to do.
Why?
But you feel bored when you do it.
Wait a minute. Didn't you just try to tell me that we had to put Soul Ring into the deck?
But is Soul Ring in the deck? No, it's not. So what do you have to say now? What do you got?
Do you not want your commander to stick around?
What do you got?
Want your commander to live?
What do you got?
You
want 1,000-year elixir since we're running so many.
I was thinking about 1,000-year elixir too. But Do we need the bounce effect? Like, do we need it?
I mean, it's the 1,000-year elixir. You activate abilities. Creatures you control as those creatures have haste and one untapped target creature. I think again, it just becomes a very good combo with like Cloudstone Curio. Because then if you have Cloudstone Curio, this, and 2 mana dorks, you just go infinite.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I wasn't thinking about because I was trying to like, what are the other activated abilities that we really need to activate in the deck, and I completely skipped over the mana dorks after I was just about to say, well, I guess Precept Titania too, but we do have like what 10 mana dorks.
Yeah, we have a lot, and again, those mana dorks, like being able to bounce them and then bring them back in, and then they're essentially free.
1041.
10.
10.41.
Got it.
Just so we're, it's not $1,000 card, at least not yet.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's just a combo card. So we're at 62. So how far do we want to go down in lands? Did you say?
I think we can do 1, maybe even 2 more. I mean, what was our mana curve?
Last I checked, it was 2.75. If I check it again, I can give you more current cost.
What do you guys think? 37 or 36? Can we drop to 36? I mean, we really probably could with the kind of deck we're running. I mean, there are competitive decks that would be running 30, 2, 3. But they'd also be running Soul Ring and Mana Crypt. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I get nervous going down to 36 because all the decks that I have problems with. Currently we're at 2.82. I guess we can go 36.
Yeah.
So
I
what
think
about
we can go 36, throw in 1 more counter spell, as we're running at 6 right now. I kind of like 1 more, I think. Because one of them is Glenalandra too, so.
wow. So just because we were talking about whether this could be competitive or not, I just want everybody to see that according to EDHREC, people are putting Carpet of Flowers in these decks. 20% of 30 decks.
So people are trying to play it competitively.
Yeah.
Want to put Carpet of Flowers in here?
I don't know. I guess that's probably a meta call more than anything.
Yeah. So it's not.
Yeah.
What does Retreat to Coral Helm do with this?
Hold on.
Because whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, choose 1. You may tap or untap target creature. Describe 1.
The untap is pretty cool for Chulane, right?
Yeah.
Even if you untap a mana dork, though, you're essentially netting 1 mana, right? On top of the fact that you put a land down.
Oh, this is a mean card I just found.
What one?
Overburden.
Ah, don't be that guy.
Whenever a player puts a creature card into play, that player returns a land he or she controls to its owner's hand. But if Chulane's in play, we're essentially unaffected.
So who was it? Somebody on Twitter was like, "Hey, you know what card would be great with Chulane? Storm Cauldron, because you ramp out so much just playing your creatures, blah 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 blah." I was like, "Yeah, don't be that guy. Don't be the guy, because like in theory it sounds really good, and then you actually put it in play, and everybody's just miserable for the rest of the game until everybody just quits."
What's wrong with that?
You're an awful person. So Storm Cauldron is a 5-mana artifact. Each player may play an additional land during each of his or her turns, but whenever land is tapped for mana, return it to the owner's hand. So, like, people, I think Tomer played this in a Tatyova deck when Tatyova first came out, all the way back in Dominaria last year. And again, like, it sounds really good in
It is really good.
practice, or in theory, but in practice, this leads to the most miserable games you've ever seen in your life. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy, Walker.
What about Finale of Devastations? Maybe another win con.
Does it give them trample? I thought that one didn't.
It just makes them really big and gives them haste. But if we're finding Creator Behemoth with it, it gives them.
That's true. If it's not a win con in and of itself, it's a win con that works with Crater. What do you got to do? Tap
let's
10?
face it. If we're casting Finale of Devastation, we're going to be going for Crater Hoof.
Yeah, and you're gonna be hitting X is 10, even though Crater Hoof is only an 8 drop.
Yeah.
Just for the plus X.
And people wanted win cons, and we're going to give them to them. So Finale of Devastation, that fits the bill as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, look, we're going to go up to 4 win cons now. What was the third win con? I forgot.
Aether Flux.
Oh.
70, sort of win conny. Basically, it's a win con if we start comboing off and doing the cast creature over and over again. It's like, well, here's what's going to happen. Eventually, I'm going to draw Aether Flux, and then eventually you're all going to die.
Yeah.
This is the way it's going to go.
Have you seen me do this thing? Because I'm about to do this thing. You're all dead.
We're doing an awful thing. Okay, we're at 63 on account, so we need to find one more card. One more card. It could be Soul Ring.
Do you want it to be Soul Ring?
No, I don't really. I'm just saying it could be.
Sylvan Library. I don't know. I just threw something out there.
Where's our draw count at, though? 9. Yeah. And not counter commander, which is a draw engine itself. I could go with the Sylvan Library. Sylvan Library is just a quality card. You're never going to regret having a Sylvan Library in play.
Yeah.
Your opponents who don't realize how good Sylvan Library is and don't remove it might, but you never will.
Those people are silly.
I literally had a player playing in a game on Magic Online this week where I played Sylvan Library on turn 2.
Yeah.
And they had 3 different chances playing removal to remove the Sylvan Library, and they chose like other targets instead. And only one of them was anywhere near as good as Sylvan Library was.
Yeah.
I just kept on sitting there and be like, okay.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you to take it away from me.
I'm not going to tell you to kill it, but you really should kill it. All this interaction, you could have blown this thing up so many times. Oh, I just saw Zendikar Resurgent, but it's 7 mana. We don't want to mess up our super nice mana curve by playing a Zendikar Resurgent.
Oh, but then it'll combo out with Palinchron.
Well, yeah, but then we'd have to put Palinchron in the deck, and that's just, we want to do that.
No, but I have the first land for you to get excited about. Because I think you will like this land. Field of the Dead.
I did put this in a deck I built recently.
How did it go?
I haven't gotten it in play yet.
Oh, okay. I think this is a good land for this deck. Make tokens.
Yeah.
You're going to get to 7 lands pretty quickly. Like the 7 different named lands, I think, pretty quickly in a deck like this. Because we are talking about doing so many different, like, not utility lands, but like dual lands and stuff. So you could even who was it? Who played Field of Dead, and then I think it wasn't the Commander Versus guys. I think it might have been the Commander Clash guys. We're like, oh, I should just have a regular forest in with a snow-covered forest, just so that I can have 2 different land types. Like I could double up on my land types or my land names from that. I was like, oh, that's stupid, but also genius.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
As long as you're not doing anything that specifically combos with the snowlands, like obviously Field of the Dead's not going to go on a lot of like mono color decks because you just so many of your basics are going to be the same. So in a monocolor deck, you're more likely to run like the extra planar lands and stuff like that to get a boost. So obviously it wouldn't work there, but there's a whole bunch of reasons why it wouldn't work there. So this guy's currently
Did you
like,
see what I did?
Doubled the price of the deck almost.
We're also going to throw Alchemist Refuge in because it's a good utility land. Is another way to give things flash, even if it costs the blue-green to do it.
Yeah.
A third way to give things flash without having to use one of our valuable slots for it. Do we even want Reliquary Tower? Do we really care for holding on to the cards? Because I think we're just trying to draw the cards or find a way to win like instantly. I don't think we care about holding the cards in our hand.
I don't think so either.
we're going all in here. We just put a Gaia's Cradle on the deck, so we're definitely gonna get Breeding Pool and Hallowed Fountain.
Fountain, Temple Garden. So I'm seeing Breeding Pool at $19.99, Hallowed Fountain at $10.99, and Temple Garden at $10.99. Don't forget your command tower.
How much did you say Breeding Pool was?
$19.99. And then $10.99 for the other two. Yep.
Command tower, yeah, we'll get command tower.
$250.
$250. All right. Let's do it. Windswept Heath, right?
Yep. Is another $19.99. Flooded Strand is $27.99. And Misty Rainforest is $64.99. Oh God.
We are not playing coward here, people. We will never buy this deck.
Yeah.
2 of us will never do it. But one of you who has a much greater considerable budget than we do can.
Savannah, Tropical Island, and Tundra.
Hit me up with it, man.
Savannah's 155, not 155, but like the other kind of 155 we were talking about before.
Yeah.
Tropical is 340.
Yeah.
Tundra's 320.
Still loses to Gaia's Cradle. 357.
Think about that though. Like those 4 lands were more than the whole deck was before that.
Yeah.
Are we doing off color fetches or no?
I don't think we're doing off color fetches. No, I've never been a big fan of that.
That's fine. I didn't think we really.
Some people do it, but we don't need to. Mana Confluence, however, I think we're doing is
$17.99.
I have this.
I'm just looking off of EDH rec because I figure most of the lands are going to be there.
Do we want to do the check lands like Sun Petal, Glacial, and Hinterland?
You can.
Just figure most of the time they're going to play. So
yeah.
We also want City of Brass though, because that's another trial.
Yep. I hate off-color fetches too. Feels shitty. That was actually the one thing that I brought up for the Commander Summit, or at least the one thing that they used for the Commander Summit from my responses was that if I could change a rule, I think I would just make it so that your fetches had to be within the color. So almost like color words, I guess, would have to also apply to color identity. I don't really know the full ramifications of that. So like, don't kill me if it's not necessarily the greatest thing. I like it for the terms of efficiency. It's obviously very efficient, and I like my decks to run as efficiently as possible, so I get it there. But just flavorfully and like what I like about Commander, that's one of the restrictions I really like about Commander, and yeah, I don't really like it.
Our Person Verge, I don't see it, so can you look it up?
Which one?
Person Verge. That's the one that you can take 2 sack to find the force in a plane. So
slow fetch. 119. Oh no, 37 cents.
Hey, cheapest lane so far.
Well, we haven't added basics yet, so.
Are we going to add basics?
At this point, not really. I don't know. Do any of our fetches say basic like forest or anything like that? No, right?
I mean, we could run the one new one that does that, the Prismatic Vista, right? I pay 1 life, sacrifice it, search for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, shuffle.
I think at this point, putting it in just for the sake of having a couple basics doesn't make sense. The only problem is going to also be, though, that we're going to be, like, weak to non-basic land hate at this point.
Yeah, non-basic land hate and Blood Moon effect, sorry.
Yeah, so we're hoping to combo off before that. I mean, no, yeah.
We want to do like the new like the waterlogged. I forget what the other one's called.
Waterlogged. Oh, the little like sacrifice.
I guess Horizon Canopy was like forever ago, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're that super good. They're paying lands that you can draw a card off if you sacrifice them, but we already have so much card draw in our commander. Like, the combo to the deck is to draw the deck.
Do we want to try it, Arbor?
I don't think so, because you don't cast Dryad Arbiter, right? You play it.
Yeah.
And it's a cast. So what you're
It is a
really...
land creature, so it works with Intruder Alarm.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. It might not be worth it for that, but it does work with Intruder Alarm. And you could also technically use... You could use Cloudstone Curo to return it to your hand, and then put it back into play with Chulane ability. I don't know. I might just be thinking too hard about it. What do people think? Dryad Arbor, yes or no?
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm not 100% sure myself. You should run basics in case of Blood Moon.
Yeah, I think the rest of our lands, like our rest of our land slots, are going to be basics here.
Yeah.
But like maybe Dryad Arbor and the rest basics, or maybe not Dryad Arbor. That's what we want. Do we want a Dryad Arbor or not? How do we feel? Yeah or nay? Thumbs up, thumbs down, people.
Well, you're gonna be waiting for a second for the
I know.
the delay.
Really, at this point, though, I think you just need to throw it in deck stats so we can see kind of what our mana distribution is. I think we're probably going to be running mainly forest. Like forest.
Yeah, I
some
imagine.
islands, some plains. I think probably four-sided plays. I was just saying no. Okay. Weakness. We can leave it out. Let's run basics. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 17 spots for basics. So we're about half and half there. We're a little bit more non-basic than basic. Still be pretty good on it.
Hold on. Let me look at our spread here. So 51% is green, 24 white, 25 blue. So it's probably like 24 and a half kind of thing, you know? Or like it's cut down to a third and they just threw the extra 1%.
Okay. So what do we want to do then?
Well, how many slots do we have left? It's 17, right?
9 forests.
7 forests, 5 and 5 of the other two, right? That gives you a dominant amount of green, plus a lot of your
No, that's true. A lot of our mana doors.
Yeah. So I think you're probably fine with that.
That'll be fun.
It's a good thing we didn't go with a budget deck, because we blew the budget out of the water.
Well, we are intentionally not going with budget, so only $2,000. Only.
Almost 2,100.
1,000 of that is in like
The lands.
The land. Like a large amount of that is Gaia's Cradle and Trop and the Tundra and Savannah. So
I'll actually tell you, it is. Yeah, about 1,200 of that is those 4 cards.
Yeah. So I mean, really, we're only in the 800 range, which is still pretty pricey, but not insane.
I don't have any $800 decks. I'm just saying. Me personally.
Well.
If you're high roller over there, then I guess.
I mean, I'm not a high roller, but my silver deck is definitely more than $800.
Oh, well, yeah, you're a disgusting person. Alright. Well, there we go. That's the list. What do we think? I'm gonna pop this over here real quick.
I think it's a deck.
Yeah, it's definitely not a deck. Not a deck.
We've got win cons. We have 4 of them.
4 whole ones. I think
4 whole ones of the win cons.
So I think it's really just a race to the combo and the best way to win at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely. one of the combos, because we got like the Aloran combo. We got the. I think the best combo in the deck is Aloran, just because if you do get like your commander and Aloran and one of those creatures
Yeah.
play, then you just go nuts.
Well, Learn alone doesn't combo. Like you need either Cloudstone or Intruder Alarm, right?
No, I'm saying like, it's Aloran, your commander, and one of the three
Oh, the bounce
that
creatures?
bounce.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
That's
they're all 1 or 2 mana, so you can just cast them. You can do infinite casts, so you get infinite draws, infinite. Like you can stop whenever you want to, but
But why would you ever stop?
why would you stop until you've drawn your whole deck and then played Labman at instant speed for free right when you're about to draw the last?
Yeah.
And you put so many lands in play, and you have drawn all your counters that nobody's going to actually be able to stop you at that point.
Yeah. And even if somebody does try to remove something, right? Like because so
They'd
much
have to
of
have Frozen Grip. That's it.
yeah,
Pretty much.
because so much of your stuff has flash with Aloran, with Vivian and everything else, right? I mean, Vivian obviously isn't as good as the Aloran one because of the freeness, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Alchemist Refuge gives you the flash too. So I think you're just going to have a hard time.
Yeah. I think we're pretty well balanced. The mana source distribution, we are heavier on green, but not 51% on green. But I think that's good so that you don't just draw your green sources. It's fairly even, and a lot of that is going to be the dual lands and everything. The curve
And you
is
have the 8 that do all of them, so you have the 8% that is green too.
yeah. So the curve is super low at 2.79, but without the commander because the commander is apparently not showing up on the site. I tried it before, so we're missing a 5-drop, but I don't think 5-drop is going to maybe bump it up to what 2.82 most.
Not much.
Yeah, we have a lot of creatures, 35 to our 36 lands, and then 28 spells. Let's see. Let's crazy starting hand. I could see keeping this. So I got a Forest, Bane of Progress, Flooded Strand, Enlightened Tutor, Vivian, and Cloud of Fairies.
Yeah.
Flooded Strand, you go get another dual land, probably white-blue to keep up with the fact that you have double green. Enlightened Tutor, get Aloran, you have the 3 mana for Aloran, and then you have Cloud of Fairies. Ta-da! You did it! You just have to get a couple more lands for Chulane to be out.
Well, Cloud of Fairies is better with Cloudstone Curse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is not what I thought it was. This is untap. Okay. Whatever. Second hand. Savannah, Tropical Island, Tatiova, Tireless Tracker, Critterhoof Behemoth, Aura Shards, Path to Exile.
This seems like a mulligan.
Yeah, probably don't keep this because even though you have all your colors, you only have 2 lands. Another card if you're greedy. Get a mana drain. Another card if you're greedy. Oh, okay. You get planes on the second draw. But still, like, it's damn close. Another hand. Bane of Progress, Island, Glacial Fortress, Arcane Denial, Tundra, Gaia's Cradle, Finale of Devastation. This is probably actually a pitch too.
Yeah, I wouldn't keep.
Because what are you doing? You're gonna, after turn 2, you can counter somebody if they do something. This one I can. Oh, we're missing white. So Island, Forest, Alchemist Refuge, Core Skyfisher, Costa Caterpillar, and Finale of Devastation. If one of these lands was a white, I would say keep them. Even if it... Well, no. I guess if one of these islands was a plains, I would say keep them. Alright, one more. Derogatory Speaker. Oh, this is definitely a tossback. It's a one-lander.
Not even a green.
Yeah. Plains, Mana Confluence, Heroic Intervention, Gilded Drake, Pact of Negation, Peregrine Drake, Finale of Devastation. How are we not hitting any of the mana dorks?
Yeah, we're running so many, and well, we hit Tree Speaker on the last one, but
okay, yeah.
With one land that was blue, so it's not like you could actually keep that.
One lander.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we should have done 36. it shouldn't work out this way, and it actually should.
Yeah, this is just crazy. One lander with a secure tribe elder and of course Skyfisher. I don't know. This seems a little weird that we're not hitting. Like we have hit one out of like what have I pulled out at least like 10, and we've hit one mana dork. That seems a little suspect.
It was okay.
Yeah,
you got
this
the Idyllic Tutor, you've got the counter spell backup. I mean, it's risky, but even this is risky.
yeah.
But you should be able to draw out here pretty well, I would think.
Yeah, this next one's throwback. It's a one lander, even though we do have Cloudstone, Peregrine Drake, and White Mainline, and Gilded Drake. Yeah, maybe we did need to go to at least 37 lands. This one's okay. Guild of the Dead, Enlightened Tutor, Karamitra, Breeding Pool, Land of War Elves, Wood Elves, Tatiova. Because between so turn 1 you're gonna get Land of War Elves out. Turn 2 you can get Wood Elves out. And then you'll have 4 mana. Plus if you draw. What did I just say? Turn 4. Crop rotation. Go and get a oh never mind. Yeah. So in that you would have drawn a forest and a tropical island by turn 4. Never minding the fact that obviously you have to shuffle, so you would have been able to hit either Karamitra or Tatiova on curve. Well, on turn 4, not curve. But you get what I mean. That was a good one.
I like it.
It was just it was a weird couple of hands. It's like when you put a deck together for the first time and you sleeve it and the cards are still in like the here's all my creatures pile, here's all my lands pile. You haven't shuffled it enough. That's what that was. Even though it's a website randomizer.
The website and an online deck.
Listen here, don't ruin this for me. I've tried so hard to make this excuse.
Oh, this is it. I mean, it's a deck. I like it.
Yeah,
it's expensive if you spring for those lands. I mean, if you did it online, it wouldn't be too bad. I think.
Actually, let me tell you what it would be.
What deck stat says it would be, which is less than what it would be on GoatBots.
Of course, our beloved sponsors of our 30H.
Yeah.
143 ticks.
Not terrible, actually.
No, I mean it's less than 10% of what the paper cost is.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Play some online Magic, people.
Yeah, play some $150 fake cards. I don't know. I guess if you were to like buy this over time, like because we put a lot of cards in here that I own, and some of these are expensive.
I think I own all the duels. I think and really, if you cut the fetches, you're probably cutting like at least $30-$40 of the online cost if you just cut out the fetches. Would be my guess.
So the top 3 cards are starting with the number 3, right? So the lowest of the top 3. Gaia's Cradle, 1232. Finale is 1484 because it's in standard. Noble Hierarch because it's a modern staple, 3166. So that was what, $60 total, give or take a buck. So $60 of that so almost half the deck price was in those top 3
There's a Gaia's Cradle version on GoatBot.
For how much?
$9, the promo version.
There you go.
A Noble Hierarch, on the other hand, you are looking at $639.
Wow,
yeah, some of those prices on there are off because they're actually using the most expensive card, because the most expensive one GoatBots has is $32.99, and it's the full art.
Yeah, they must be doing the expensive one. That's weird.
That's weird that they would use like the expensive ones. Yeah, you can definitely get this deck for.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was under 100 you could do.
Yeah, especially I think you could do almost 50 if you could fetch land.
Yeah. But that's gonna be it for this one. I think it's all right. I think we were just having some weird shuffles. But of course, if you guys do like this, make sure you are subscribed to us over on youtube.com/Praetor Magic. That way you can join us every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time when we do these reflections of the council. Who knows what we're going to do next week? Maybe we'll do a deck from like the core set or something like that. We haven't ever done, or we haven't gotten to do like Yorick or any of the other cool ones that came out. Or what was the one that I really liked that you didn't like that much? Safara? Maybe we'll do Safara next. Mono white flyers. I know how much you love mono white.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help you out.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
make sure you catch us on Mondays. John and Danny, I think, are still doing their Tuesday streams. We obviously didn't have one last week because Danny was on vacation with me. She is unfortunately married to me, that poor woman. Thursday, we should be getting back to, I think, streaming and recording the 3DH games. We're in Season 6 now, so that's exciting. Everybody's got to fresh check the decks and see if anything's gone down or gone up, and maybe make some adjustments. I have to do that to some of my decks. And yeah, pretty soon we're gonna have another week off in the end of August. That's gonna be Danny, John, and myself are going to be on vacation in Vegas. Phyrexian, you'll be missed.
Yeah. I can't go to Vegas. Buy a new computer instead.
Had a kid. That too.
Well, having a kid.
Yeah. In the works. Incubating.
In the old cooker.
Yeah. So slightly more important than Vegas, but by like inches, right?
To be fair, I sold some of my paper collection to buy my computer.
So there you go. Look forward to that. Phyrexian, solo Phyrexian streams every day.
Yeah, every day. Yeah, about that. We might could do a couple though. I might run some.
Well, you could be our
We'll
arena
meet up on
streamer.
Discord.
No? You out of arena now?
I don't know. I get in and out of arena like periodically. Just the grind is so frustrating at times.
I understand. As somebody who
So I play arena and I like it, and then I just get sick of it.
Yep. Again, as somebody who understands, I understand. I've done it myself because there have been times where I like try to play a little bit of arena to try to motivate myself to figure out what goes wrong when I stream arena so that I can do it. And then like by the second or third day of me streaming arena, I'm like, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I don't want to do this anymore. But still, though, like you said, find us on Discord. There will be a link to the server down below. It's public Discord. Anybody can get in. So, you know, bring your friends. Find us on Facebook.com/Praetor Magic, Twitter.com/Praetor Magic, Instagram.com/Praetor Magic, and I think that's it. We do have a Twitch, but again, we're streaming on YouTube now, so you don't really need to know that. Yeah, that's all I got for everybody. You got any last words, Phyrexian? On Chulane, Teller of Tales?
Combo.
Are you excited for this set? Eldraine? Fairy Tale set?
Yeah, I mean it's a cool idea at least. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah. I'm excited. I like the whole fairy tale brother, especially because they said like Brothers Grimm style story. So that's gonna be pretty cool. But more on that in maybe another podcast. Until next time, guys. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.